Welcome to this Angelic Fire transmission, dissolving dark, negative thought forms. And open body, open mind. Focusing on the cycle of breath. The in-breath, the invitation of light into the physical body, light from the sun and stars. Calling that light into the bones, blood, organs, systems, cells, DNA, subatomic levels. Anywhere you are holding dense 3D energies, on the out-breath, purge and release, surrendering it back to the light, back to the universe. Allowing more space for your own soul's light in the physical body. Following that cycle of breath, the in-breath is the invitation of light into the emotional body, a fluid field of energy that surrounds and penetrates the physical body. Inviting light from the sun and stars on the in-breath, and on the out-breath, purging and releasing anything that doesn't serve you, anything that doesn't belong to you, anything that does not align with you, surrendering it back to the universe. Allowing more space for your own soul's light in the emotional body. Following that cycle of breath, inviting light from the sun and stars on the in-breath into the lower mental body, a fluid field of energy that surrounds and penetrates the emotional and physical bodies. Anywhere you are holding low vibrational mental energy, on the out-breath, purge and release, surrendering it back to the light, back to the universe. Allowing more space for your own soul's light in the lower mental body. And following that cycle of breath, let's call the archangels holding the horizontal plane. In the east, Raphael, archangel of air, archangel of the mind. The symbol is a crystal wand. The energy, emerald green fire. Calling that fire into the space, to hold the space. To the south is Michael, archangel of the element of fire, archangel of the will. The symbol is a sword of angelic blue light. The energy, electric blue fire. Calling that fire into the space, to hold the space. To the west is Gabriel, Archangel of Water, Archangel of Emotions. The symbol is a silver chalice. The energy, diamond white fire, calling that fire into the space to hold the space. To the north is Uriel, Archangel of Earth, Archangel of Illumination. The symbol of this archangel is a golden pentacle. The energy, ruby red fire, calling that fire into the space to hold the space. Four archangels, four energies, and open. Let's also call to the archangels holding the vertical plane, Metatron and Sandalphon. Beginning with Metatron from the great central sun. Calling upon that archangel to bring down the Christ grid. A fluid field of white gold light descending down into the earth plane. Descending into the structure or building around you. Infusing the walls with light, floor, ceiling, door, windows. Closing off the whole space in white gold light. And just allowing Metatron to anchor that grid of light in your heart. Allowing all chakras from the heart upwards to align with the great central sun. And let's also call to Sandalphon of the crystalline grid of the earth below, to bring that ethereal white crystalline grid up to the feet. Flowing up through the legs to the pelvic area. Flowing up the spine to the heart and anchoring into the heart. Connecting you down from the heart downwards, all chakras, aligning with the crystalline core of the earth. Six archangels, six energies, and open. So just breathing and opening. And into the space, I'm going to call some additional angels beginning with violet and ultraviolet fire angels. Angels working with Hecamere diamond. Angels working with Moldavite. All angels working with Archangel Michael. All angels working with Archangel Metatron. So just focusing on the breath. And turning inwards into your inner world. I call upon your higher self and unconscious mind to create a certain space within your inner world. An open space. And that space may take the form of perhaps a forest clearing, or perhaps an open field. Turn within and go and find that open space. Allow it to arise up around you. Opening your inner senses to see the colour, shape and form of this space. To hear the sounds and silence of this space. Reach out and touch something, opening your sense of touch. Open your sense also of smell and taste. Just take a moment to orientate yourself in this open space. Noticing the sky above, noticing whether it's night or day in your inner world. And I call upon Archangel Michael to create a sphere of light in the center of this open space, a sphere of electric blue fire. Go and walk towards that sphere and step inside it. It is a protective space. I call on angels working with Michael to surround this sphere of light. And each one holds a sword of angelic blue light protecting you in this sphere of light. While you are here in this protective sphere, call now on any dark, negative thought forms that are touching you or your reality in any way. We begin with thought forms of hate, malice or rage. And these thought forms may be ones directed to you, towards you. They may be ones you've somehow come in contact with in the world, and to some degree they've attached themselves to you or your reality. There may be ones that you have unconsciously directed towards others at some point in this lifetime. Call these thought forms. Such thought forms, if any do appear, may appear as black or red. They may appear as clouds or spiky shapes, or even grotesque beings. Staying in your protective sphere. Just allow any thought form of hate, malice or rage to enter the open space. And I call upon angels of violet, ultraviolet fire to seal the space in a great dome of light. I call upon angels working with Metatron to enter the space, angels of white gold light. I call on angels of violet, ultraviolet fire also to enter the space. I call on angels of Herkimer diamond to enter the space. I call on angels working with the crystal moldavite to enter the space. Just allow these waves of angels into the space. And these angels begin to dissolve, dismantle, break apart all thought forms with a powerful white gold, deep green violet, ultraviolet angelic fire, breaking them all down to their essential etheric elemental nature, which is pure energy. Allow the angels to sweep through all dark thought forms, breaking them down into pure light. I call upon Archangel Sandalphon to gather up all of this energy and to return it to its own plane. So just allow the angels to leave once this is done. Allow the great dome of violet, ultraviolet fire to dissolve. Now begin to call thought forms of envy, jealousy, lust, or any other unholy addictive desire. Anything touching you or attached to your reality. They may appear as clouds or energy fields, spiky or tentacles. Some of these may feel very vampiric in nature, meaning they seek to quite directly feed on your energy. Staying protected in your sphere of light, calling upon violet, ultraviolet fire to create a dome around the open space. Then allowing angels working with Metatron to enter the space. Angels of white gold fire. Then angels of violet, ultraviolet fire to enter the space. Then angels working with Herkimer diamond. And angels working with the crystal moldavite. Allowing these into the space. They begin to work together to dismantle, dissolve, break apart all negative thought forms. With angelic fire, a deep angelic fire. Breaking all of these thought forms down to their essential etheric elemental nature, pure energy. Allowing the whole space to be cleared. Once the work is done, I call on Sandalphon to gather up all this energy and return it to its own plane. Allow the angels to leave the field. Allow the dome of light to dissolve. Next, we call on any thought forms of fear, anxiety, despair or dread. Such thought forms, if they appear, may show themselves of dark or light grey. They may appear as clouds or ghostly beings. Stay protected in your sphere. Again, calling on the angels, violet, ultraviolet fire, to create a dome of light. Then calling on angels working with Metatron to enter the space. Then calling on angels of violet, ultraviolet fire to enter the space. Then angels of Herkimer diamond. And angels of Moldavite crystal to enter the space. Once again, allow these angels to dismantle, break apart, dissolve all thought forms with intense angelic fire. Breaking them down to their essential etheric elemental nature. Allow the space to be completely cleared. I call on Sandalphon to gather up all energy and return it to its own plane. Once again, allow the angels to leave, allow the dome of violet, ultraviolet fire to dissolve. And finally, we call any other dark thought forms, such as guilt, unworthiness, shame, or anything else. Call them however they appear. Staying protected in your sphere of light. I call again on the violet, ultraviolet fire angels to create a dome of light over the open space. Angels working with Metatron, enter the space. Then angels of violet, ultraviolet fire enter the space. Then angels of Herkimer diamond and angels of Moldavite enter the space. And once again these angels begin the process of dissolving, dismantling, breaking apart all thought forms with an intense angelic fire. Breaking all of them down to their essential etheric elemental nature. Clearing the entire space of all thought forms. Once again, I call on Sandalphon to gather up all this energy and return it to its own plane. So just now allowing all the angels to leave the space. Angels of violet, ultraviolet fire. dissolving the dome over the space, allowing them to leave the space. Angels working with Metatron, allow them to leave the space. Angels of Herkimer Diamond, allow them to leave the space. Angels of Moldavite, also allow them to leave the space. And then finally allowing the sphere of light around you to dissolve. And releasing all angels working with Archangel Michael with thanks. So standing in an open field, clear of all energy, all thought forms. Just take a breath for a moment. And then thanking all archangels of the horizontal plane holding the space. Archangels of the vertical plane holding the space. Releasing them with thanks. Coming back to your breath. Releasing this open space in your inner world, coming back to your body. Coming back to the present moment. Just feeling the shift in your body as you release all of this old dark 3D and 4D energies. And finally, let's thank your teams in spirit at the highest light and resonance, releasing them with thanks. And this transmission is brought to you, as always, with love and blessings. Love and blessings.